The private racing event in early 2026 was never meant to become public news. It was designed as a quiet, exclusive gathering for close friends, sponsors, team members, and a few carefully selected guests. No major press coverage was planned. No dramatic red carpet. Just engines, speed, and the focused world that Wang Yibo loved when cameras were not the center of attention. The venue was located on the outskirts of the city, far from crowded streets and flashing lights. Surrounded by long stretches of open road and quiet hills, the track carried a calm intensity. It was the kind of place where sound traveled differently. The roar of an engine felt louder, and silence between moments felt deeper. That morning, the air was cool and sharp. Team members moved through the paddock preparing cars, checking equipment, and reviewing schedules. Wang Yibo arrived early, dressed simply, carrying the focused energy of someone entering familiar territory. Unlike entertainment events, this was a space where he looked completely at home. Fans did not even know the gathering was happening until small clips began appearing online. A short video showed him walking through the pit lane, greeting mechanics and quietly discussing adjustments with his team. Another photo captured him standing beside his car, helmet in hand, sunlight cutting across the track behind him. The mood felt peaceful. Then something unexpected changed everything. Near the private lounge reserved for invited guests, a large arrangement of white and blue flowers was seen placed near the entrance. It was elegant, carefully designed, and noticeably personal compared to the standard decorative pieces around the venue. At first, no one paid much attention. Flowers at private events were normal. But one detail stood out. Attached to the arrangement was a handwritten card. The writing itself was not fully visible in the first leaked image, but fans quickly zoomed in. Only part of the message could be read. It included the words "Stay safe" and "Proud of you." That was enough to start the storm. Almost instantly, speculation began. Who sent the flowers? Because the event was private, every guest and every gesture felt meaningful. Many fans immediately connected the flowers to Xiao Zhan. The phrase "stay safe" felt personal, especially considering Wang Yibo's well-known passion for racing and the risks involved. The emotional tone of the message did not sound like corporate sponsorship. It sounded intimate. Within hours, social media was flooded with theories. Some fans pointed out that white and blue flowers had symbolic meaning in several previous fan discussions connected to the two stars. Others remembered old interviews where Xiao Zhan had spoken about valuing quiet support over public displays. The connection felt natural to many. Then came another clue. A staff member from the venue posted a short behind-the-scenes clip showing preparations before the event officially began. In the background, the same flower arrangement could be seen more clearly. This time, fans noticed something even more interesting. The card appeared to have initials written at the bottom. The image was blurry, but people were convinced they could make out the letter X. That single detail turned curiosity into full internet chaos. Forums exploded. Fan pages reposted screenshots. Comment sections filled with emotional reactions. Some believed it was obvious. Others warned against assumptions. But the mystery only grew stronger. Meanwhile, Wang Yibo himself seemed unusually reflective that day. During a quiet interview with a small racing media outlet, he was asked about motivation. He smiled slightly and said that support from important people matters more than people realize. The answer was simple, but in the context of the flower rumors, it felt powerful. Fans replayed the clip again and again. Was he hinting at something? Later that afternoon, another moment added even more intrigue. Before stepping toward the track for one of the event's key demonstration laps, Wang Yibo briefly stopped near the lounge entrance. Cameras from invited guests captured him glancing toward the flowers for a second longer than expected. He adjusted the card gently before walking away. That tiny gesture became one of the most discussed clips of the week. People described it as soft, careful, almost protective. The internet interpreted everything. At the same time, Xiao Zhan's activity online became impossible to ignore. On the same day as the event, he posted a quiet image of the sky with no caption. Normally, it would mean nothing, but fans connected it to an older phrase often associated with silent support and distance. Once again, timing made everything feel intentional. The emotional narrative built itself. A private racing event, a mysterious flower arrangement, a handwritten card, a meaningful pause, a silent post. Each piece alone meant little. Together, they felt like a story. Some entertainment commentators suggested the flowers may have come from a sponsor or close friend unrelated to Xiao Zhan. Others argued that the emotional tone of the message made it unlikely to be purely professional. The uncertainty only made the story stronger. What truly captured attention was not the flowers themselves, but what they represented. Support, quiet care, presence without public announcement. In a world where celebrity stories often depend on loud headlines, this rumor felt different. It was built on silence and small details. That made it feel more believable to many fans. As the event ended and evening light settled over the track, Wang Yibo completed his final lap and returned to the paddock. The crowd was small but warm. Applause echoed softly. He removed his helmet, visibly tired but satisfied. Before leaving, he walked once more past the lounge entrance. The flowers were still there. According to one guest, he paused briefly again, smiled faintly, and continued walking. No statement followed. No confirmation came. Nothing was officially addressed. But by then, it no longer mattered. The rumor had already become part of fan memory. People continued discussing the possibility for weeks. Some focused on the card, others on the timing of Xiao Zhan's post. Others simply believed in the emotional logic of it all. Would Xiao Zhan send flowers to a private racing event? For many fans, the answer felt less important than the image itself. A quiet arrangement of white and blue flowers waiting near the entrance. A handwritten note that said "Stay safe." And a moment where Wang Yibo stopped just long enough to make everyone wonder. Sometimes, the loudest stories begin with the softest gestures. In the days after the private racing event, the flower rumor only grew stronger. What had started as a single blurry image became one of the most discussed entertainment stories of early 2026. Fans continued examining every detail, searching for confirmation hidden inside ordinary moments. The arrangement of white and blue flowers was no longer just decoration. It had become a symbol. More guests from the event quietly shared small observations online. One attendee mentioned that the flowers arrived earlier than most of the invited guests, placed carefully near the private lounge before Wang Yibo even reached the venue. Another claimed that staff members treated the arrangement with unusual care, almost as if they understood its personal importance. None of these comments directly confirmed anything, but together they added emotional weight to the mystery. The handwritten card remained the biggest focus. New edited images circulated, each attempting to sharpen the blurred writing. Some believed the final line read, "Always cheering for you." Others insisted the initials looked clearer and that the letter X was unmistakable. Every interpretation sparked new debates. Even those who remained skeptical admitted that the message felt deeply personal. At the same time, Wang Yibo made another quiet comment during a follow-up conversation with a racing journalist. When asked whether private events felt different from public ones, he answered that the best support often comes when no one else is watching. The sentence was short, but it immediately spread across fan communities like wildfire. Many saw it as another indirect clue. The timing made it impossible to ignore. Combined with the flowers, the card, and his earlier reaction near the lounge, the quote felt like a continuation of the same story. Fans described it as subtle confirmation without needing names. Meanwhile, Xiao Zhan attended a separate public appearance for a brand event. During a light conversation, he was asked about the meaning of thoughtful gestures. He smiled softly and replied that sometimes small actions can carry the strongest emotions because they do not need to be explained. The room laughed politely, but online, fans froze. That single sentence felt almost too perfect. Clips of the moment spread rapidly, paired with images of the flowers and Wang Yibo's quiet smile at the track. The emotional connection between the two moments created a powerful narrative. Whether intentional or not, it felt cinematic. Another rumor added even more intensity. A florist from the city was said to have posted briefly about preparing a special blue and white arrangement for an unnamed VIP racing event. The post disappeared quickly, but screenshots remained. Fans immediately connected it to the now famous flowers. The detail about color matched perfectly. By then, the story had become bigger than proof. It was about the feeling it created. A private event hidden from cameras. A careful floral arrangement waiting quietly at the entrance. A handwritten note filled with warmth. Two public figures speaking in soft, indirect ways that seemed to mirror each other. Even without confirmation, the image stayed powerful. For many fans, the idea of Xiao Zhan sending flowers was believable not because of evidence, but because it matched the emotional language both stars seemed to understand. Quiet support, meaningful silence, presence without performance. And in that silence, the flowers continued to bloom in the imagination of everyone watching.